Happy that today we have, when we said limited slots, it's because of the space, and we do not have plans of making it too big. We just want, when we come, we gain, the fewer the better sometimes. And today I'm so lucky to have a person I look up to in terms of speaking, and I'm a person who has also fairly spoken a bit at different events, different places. After going through some of these workshops at CITT, we were actually able to win some good money. He has been giving you some of the things, and also even in life, how to talk, how to interact with people, how to enjoy. Because the more you interact with people, the more you enjoy life, isn't it? So like I said earlier on, this is interactive. We are going to have a conversation. In the conversation, a free conversation, I believe that we are going to be getting some insights from some of these things that we need to know. We are also lucky to have Omar here. Omar gave a wonderful, wonderful presentation the time he was here. And those who missed, it wasn't recorded. I think we can have him some more time to come. And he's also part of us. So next time it may be you. And that's why Mr. Lukaaya here is very important, because when it comes to speaking, he's one guy you can look up to. And before I go far, how are you doing? How have you been? How is life? How is the family? Yeah, how is everything?
Thank you, first of all, for inviting me. At times you wonder why I'm invited. Because I am little. But family is okay. Family is funky. I am late because I needed to pick children from school. I have a deliberate effort to participate in the life of my children, and it is very, very deliberate. So at times I miss certain things, but I am happy to be here. I am good, and I am happy to be able to sit here and discuss freely, to share ideas. I am impressed, I am surprised, I am shocked, but above all, it is amazing to be here.
Wow, that's amazing. And talking about you being here, of course, there are things, when you look at us, this age, maximum maybe like 30 years or 32 or something, we are young people, and we have this hunger. It's a hunger, I call it, to become something in the world, and also to start up businesses, you know, that need to work, that need to do better. So when you look at us, what do you see? What do you think about? What comes to your mind?
First of all, I don't remember when I was born, but I know when I was born. Because it was an interesting time. My mother, in May 1975, when I was born, referred to me as Dennis Lukaaya. That's the name I was given. And those of you who may know the history of this country, you know who the president was in 1975 of Uganda?
Yeah.
Who was the president?
Idi Amin Dada.
Idi Amin Dada. So there was a professor at Makerere, an Englishman called Dennis who wrote a book titled The White Pumpkin, and sort of referred to President Amin as the White Pumpkin. So the president had him arrested and said he was going to behead him. So he said the only way he could be saved is if the queen personally came to rescue him. Then the queen said, I am unable to come, but I will send my foreign minister called Heath. And many of you have seen some pictures where some white men are carrying President Amin.
Yeah.
So Dennis Hills was saved and he was taken back. So the doctor in Mulago Hospital told my mother that, why do you want your son to be killed? Imagine if it went out and said that he's called Dennis Hills. I have never understood why my mother thought so, but Ceci Hills was a very good speaker, very good writer. And he had one fundamental fact about all his speech. He always used his English through poetry to speak about what ails society, almost to the point of death. So, my name is Dennis Thomas Lukaaya. I lost the name of the Ceci Hills, but I think I inherited the spirit. So when I look at you, I wonder what your names mean. Today, has any of you ever anticipated or theorized why you are named who you are? All for you, it was given and that is it. Life brings you certain prepositions. You become who you are right from when you are born. And that's why when you plan something and then plan to quit, you must immediately plan not to quit. I don't know if we are together. If you ever plan to quit from what you are doing, you must always immediately plan not to quit. Because that idea is an original idea. It has nothing wrong. It is where your predisposition is. Why do you think of a business that you are thinking of? But who are we as young people today? I don't know. I have the benefit of a bit more longer and active life.
Sure.
But when I look at you, I get amazed at how you are thinking of starting businesses. Because the mainstay of people of my age, people that are over 50, the idea was to remain simple and be what we call company men and women. That you look for someone to give you something to do. And you remain humble and never become yourself, because that is dangerous in someone's company. When you have a lot of ambition in a company where you are not even a shareholder, you become a problem to the owners of the company. And many times as young people, how long do you stay at a job? It's probably a very short span.
Especially these days.
It's a very short span at how much time you're willing to stay on a job or at a job. Also, not many young people today are able to work where they are professionally trained.
You are on that same issue.
Yes.
You are touching very many points, because I can assure you, I know biomedical engineers who are here, but they decided to go into laundry business. You have heard of Swift Clean.
Yes.
Personally, I'm a petroleum engineer, but now venturing into microbiology and chemistry. I know people who have studies electrical people, and the things they are doing are totally different. And actually, on that same note, you know that thing whereby they say that how fast you move doesn't matter. Where you decide to move is at the end of the day what really matters, because it doesn't matter how fast you are moving, but if you are moving in the right direction, then you are going to be on the wrong things.
That brings me to the point that young people today, or you people as I see you here, you believe in what we say, yes, I can. That your business model, your mind frame is on yes, I can. Let me give an example. If a customer walked into this cafe and said, why don't you have ice cream as well? I have taken my coffee, but can you give me ice cream? A young person is likely to say, okay, we will see what to do. And possibly the next time you return, there is ice cream. Okay? That is who young people are. The people of my generation are tuned to being conventional. My generation would say, does he or she think that we set up this thing for ice cream? Can't they see we call it a coffee shop? So young people are gifted with the opportunity to be unconventional.
Yeah. Maybe you can explain the unconventional if
Okay.
someone here doesn't understand it.
First of all, conventional means the well laid out way in how we do things.
The normal way.
The normal way, what we are used to. You can even say the orthodox way. As it was, is as it is, and as it will be. For me and for those coming after me. My prayer is that every young person must ensure you understand or have the right mindset. These are attitudes. These are habits. These are thought processes. A young person must realize that whereas you are educated in a certain field, you are not asked to stay in that field as if that is where you were born.
Preach, preach, preach.
And listening to each one of you say something. The water for
Depra, athletics.
Is very interesting because the modern world is said you must be fit. The modern world speaks about fitness. So, my own opinion is that young people have stretched the boundaries of business, doing things we thought were done elsewhere. That you needed a big warehouse to think that you can produce water for sports.
Yeah.
That you needed permission from somewhere. Young people are doing businesses that are not regulated. They don't ask for permission. By the time you do a young person's business, and if you go into regulation, you will never start. Okay. You will never start the business.
Yeah, Mr. Lukaaya. So on that same issue, I've seen happen to very many young people with brilliant ideas. Somebody thinks about something life-changing, a business that is going to make money, but they are waiting for some kind of validation from leave alone the NDAs or UNBSs to go do businesses. But even with the ideas they have, the energy, the things they think they are going to do, they are still waiting for someone to validate, and then they are like, okay, now I think I can start. As if there is someone who is supposed to tell them, now you are ready. Okay, so they are always, people are always looking for validation. And that is, for me, in my case, something, one of the mistakes that people always do, especially we as young people. And to connect to that, you'll comment on that, but also, which mistakes do you think, apart from that, do you really think that we make, especially at this starting stage, we are venturing into business, you need to talk about relationships. Whenever you feel okay, because that's another key important thing. Who you marry and when you marry, that's different, that thing. And okay, maybe not even marriage, but when you get a partner, you feel like people really need that, but when, who, and how, then the other mistakes you can actually, I don't want to,
okay.
Yeah.
To try and pick the other idea, it is important that you don't seek validation for an idea. And that's why those who seek validation for an idea is they think about a product. They think, I am making a product. You must say, I am solving a problem, not a product. The best businesses are those businesses that think about a problem and not a product. Because if you have a problem, then you will think about how to solve the problem. It takes us back to the whole thing of innovation. Innovation, ladies and gentlemen, has nothing to do with anything new. Innovation is about doing the same thing, but with one principal purpose differently.
Yeah.
Say that again.
I think you need to re-echo that.
Many people have a mindset of saying, I am an inventor. Okay, I am an inventor. I am doing something that has never been done. But that is wrong about innovation. Innovation is simply not doing anything new, but doing the same old thing differently. And why is it that? Is that we live in Africa, a very beautiful land that predisposes us to problems. Every day you walk out of your home, how many problems do you leave at home? Every single day. I doubt you can leave home without facing a challenge. It can be your shoe. As you put it on, you tie the shoelace very hard and it breaks. You might be there, you realize that you have no toothpaste. So the problems we face are many. So what is it that young people can take advantage of? Build your self-esteem as being problem solvers.
Yeah.
Don't see yourself as product creators. Let the product be the output of your unyielding desire to have a solution. And it all comes about habit.
Yeah.
Why do you fear to say that you have sports water? Why do you fear to say, I am having a diagnostic kit? Why? Because we want validation from people. And it brings the same thing. Whom do you spend your time with? Okay?
That's
Do
also
I
important.
who is my partner? Why, as a young person, would you want to prove to someone that they deserve you? young people must know that relationships are extremely wonderful, but when do they come?
Yeah.
Gone are the days. Just imagine, what kind of children are you going to have? What kind of children are you going to have? Are they normal?
Wait, with the person you are getting into a relationship with, is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, because what I'm trying to say is that society has become so dynamic that the demands on family have tripled. So as a young person, when you want to get a partner, get a person with whom you are not going to compete with.
So maybe you can talk more. Compete with for what?
Okay. As young people, you now are living in an age where your girlfriend can equally be an innovator like you are par excellence,
Yeah.
or even better. She may have a quick attitude, a better habits, better focused, and has less attention to what that does not matter.
Yes. I think you need to repeat those qualities. Less attention to what doesn't matter, and the other thing was, yeah, they are quick, they have the right attitude, and the right behavior. Yes.
So there is a principle called Occam's razor.
Occam's razor.
Occam's razor is a very important principle by a guy called William of Occam. He ended up being a monk. So, and he was killed for this very principle. So William said that when you are solving a problem, and finding a girlfriend or a wife is a real problem, it is an equation. It is not an abacus thing that push here and it is 2 and it is 1. Everything that is not necessary for you to interrogate when finding your partner should be left in peace.
Okay.
Find your partner. Many young people today have a list of likes they want from a woman. She must be able to walk in high heels. She must have this color.
Brown thighs.
She must have a morphology
Yes.
that looks like a pot
Okay.
or a long flower vase. She must be funky, you know. She must know how to dance. And that's where many young people have made the fundamental error. Never marry a trophy, but marry a wife.
Never marry a trophy. But
And who
marry
is a
wife.
trophy for a woman? Man, she used to go out with that guy. She slept with all those guys. So I'm going to be the one to marry her because she must be good.
That's interesting.
Okay? Many young people don't want to marry their own women. They would like to marry other people's women. The rate of attraction for your friend's girlfriend is higher than the rate of interest in your own girlfriend.
Why?
You know the statement? Do you really
Yes.
think you deserve him? How can he do that? The other very honest fact about young people today is that young men are wife beaters or girlfriend beaters.
Like violence.
Violence.
Oh.
Many young men today are beating their wives. Why? It is because they find themselves in a conundrum, kalibobo.
What is a conundrum kalibobo?
It is you find yourself in a crisis that you loved her, but she has prospered more than you. You loved her because she had means from her family. So you imagine she is not respecting you. You imagine she is not acknowledging you. Any young girl like her who is now an entrepreneur is a threat to men.
Yeah.
Because they say she's getting into our space. How many of you are willing to go to your villages and ask your parents to find you a wife to marry? You go back home to Kapchorwa, to Kagadi, and tell your parents that find me a wife to marry. No, you want to find your own.
Woman.
Therefore, you create her in your mind. So we are marrying a hypothetical wives. That is a very dicey subject.
Yeah.
And when you think you want to get a wife, please get a wife and stick with her. Many people across board that have succeeded in business, you can name any of them, have stuck to their wives. They may divorce later on for one reason or another. But each of those big businesses or family businesses or breakthrough businesses, there is a strong wife in the midst of it.
Yes.
And this is my own understanding. When you stick with your wife, you stick with opportunity. When there is no peace between a couple, there can be no development. There can be no prosperity. Because you keep suspecting each other. If you are a man and you say you are having to work until 10 p.m. every single day, when your wife gets that job to work at 10 p.m., you say no to her. You must build the courage to see yourself in your wife.
I think you need to repeat that. You must build the courage to see yourself in your wife. And Mr. Lukaaya, apart from the wife decision, there are very many other decisions that are very crucial. Now, before I even ask the decisions, still on this same issue, maybe you'll answer it going forward. When there is that when question, you have talked about the who and the how and the why, but the when, because I know very many people who say, I'll marry when I'm 30, I'll marry when I'm 32, I'll marry when I'm 35. Some decide to marry at 20, 25. Is there a specific time?
It also depends where you come from and what social pressures are on you about marriage.
Yes.
There are so many pressures. But also today, why would you want to get married? Be it male, be it female. Why would you want to get married? Is it the only passport you have to leave your parents' home? Or is it a symbol that I am now grown, I'm independent? In the olden days, marriage was a passage to adulthood. How many young people are adults today?
Okay, that's a deeper question.
Yeah. How many young people are adults? And who is an adult? An adult is someone who is mature. And maturity, there are two things. There is age. There are more birthdays celebrated today than 10 years ago. The birthday rate, okay? And these days, the young people believe that it is an opportunity to showcase your power. A birthday is a power challenge.
Yeah.
Real investment capital for a lifetime business of a young person.
Yeah.
The dilemma is, will you help her or not? How many young people here get called by a friend and she says, I have a party, but I want to buy, someone has asked me to be a maid or something, but I need to contribute 200,000. Please give it to me or lend me. An old friend, you call them just to say hello to them, then they say, oh, thank you very much for calling. After you've talked, the message comes, by the way, can you lend me a 50? It means there is a way they look at you. Young people must also agree that we need to be realistic. You all want to be business people, or you are running businesses. If you invested a lot of time in dating, and young men today still take the old habit that the man, it's a man who dates. In India, who dates? Women. And how fake is Indian society? It is real. So I am saying that the whole thing about marriage and what, let it come your way. And the way it comes, never try to own a marriage as a man.
Okay, Mr. Lukaaya. One thing I've realized, when we go there, we may not come back. It's a big topic. But maybe, finally, this is one of my last question actually, because I want you guys to ask, as many questions as you can in any life direction. You have talked, that's one of the decisions which are very important. But it's not the only one. There are decisions that matter. So maybe you can tell us some of the decisions you think are important and we should take more care while making them. And also, you have kept on talking about habits. Are there some things you think are necessary for people who are starting up businesses like this that we need to really have as habits?
Yes. Habit number one, you must always open your business and close it. Where do you run your business? In your head or somewhere? Where is your business run? Many times we want to run the business from the head. Even when you are running a little shop, you are running a boutique, you want to run it from the head. No values. Okay? You have no protocols laid down. What do we do at every instant of this business? What shouldn't we do about this business? Whom do I bring on board to run the business? Why would you start a business as a young person and you start hiring everyone to work in your business? And you come as a young person and you sit by the terrace of your business. You must personally run the business until that business resembles you, until that business begins breathing like you. You cannot say that I am okay. Important habits. At what time do you say that your business has broken even, that you start eating its money? When do you say that the business has taken off and you start enjoying? What are those necessary things you need to do in terms of self-discipline? They say self-discipline is self-control. How able are you to control putting your hand in your own money till? How possible is it that you write down every single shilling of your business? Is 500 shillings important to your business, or it is only 10,000 that is important? When money gets lost from your business, do you say it is okay? Habits are things that either make or break us.
That's true.
How much lunch? What is the cost of the lunch you should eat? Or should you always eat lunch?
Okay.
And where do you eat your lunch from? Do you always cross the road and walk away? And always carry a friend along? Do you eat from your shop or your business? Do you carry food from home so that you are not spending any money over what you eat during the day at your business? Young people are lucky that you can dress anyhow today. You can dress anyhow. You can even put on Crocs and you go to work.
Yes.
You can put on a t-shirt, okay? Or you can even put on damaged jeans and you go to work. But how much does your appearance cost to your business?
No, that's interesting.
If you find a boda and 3 bodas, one is putting on gumboots, one is putting on slippers, and another one has shoes with socks and a belt.
And no slippers or gumboots.
Yes.
Okay.
Who of those 3 are you most likely to want to take you find them on the stage? The one with shoes. For me, as a personal habit, I don't sit on a border that a guy is putting on slippers. I will not. And when I see it, I get off and I say, you have no shoes. Because the risk to you is that he can get hurt, and the only thing he has to do is to drop you down. He has no safety. What if the border refuses to break? How is he going to put the slippers down on the ground? But also, is that how you respect your business? So you must, no matter what it is, respect your business as a place of worship. You must worship your business and not the other way round. How you appear is important for your customer base retention. And as young people, there is a dilemma on what is formal wear. What is formal wear? How many young people own more than 3 pairs of stockings that are above their ankles?
3 pairs.
Above their ankles.
Yes. How many young people own a pair of handkerchiefs?
Do they need it anyway? Because we are innovators, I mean. One would say 1 pair is enough. So
It is until you are a business person and you get a terrible flu in front of a customer and you start all pulling your shirt, okay? And the people can see that you actually have dirty hands in your business. It is worse if it is an eatery. We might be doing things that look very simple, but they are a turn off in our businesses. Do we say that we are the king and the customer is the client? I am an innovator. I do diagnostic kits. It's high level science. Okay? But who should partake of this high-level science? Who needs a diagnostic kit? Chances are that it is businesses that use them for service to their clients. Now, once you are in a bit of manufacturing or wholesale business, chances are you may not know the last mile customer. But when you are making this business, did you think you made the business looking at the middleman, the man who buys them in bulk and redistributes them? You normally think about the end what?
User.
End user. What do people say about you as a business person when you are not in the room? My stories ring in your mind. When you are at your business premises, how many people do you abuse a day? You must aim at being a hero to your customer every day.
So, Mr. Lukaaya, what would you say, because this is now a circle of innovators and young business people, entrepreneurs. So you've tackled the critical habits of how people should handle their businesses if they are to prosper, yeah, so that they can attract many, many customers, yeah. So let's imagine I have a creative business. My colleague here handles creative logistics, dealing in graphics designing and corporate branding. So how do I determine who to put on my business team? Is it the stranger that has the skill set, whom I'm not certain of how they actually are going to run my kind of business, or I choose a friend? Who would you recommend us? Because many a time we face a hardship choosing between, we think that a team must have friends. But along the way, you realize that actually the people you put on, maybe there's some kind of familiarity, there's some kind of, you didn't really go into the intricacies to see, does this person really carry the characters I need, the skill set I need? So weighing between the two, what would you really advise? Because it's also some kind of habit that we think as innovators and young entrepreneurs should adopt while trying to carry out business, so that we can, at the end of the day, see the light of day. What would you say?
First of all, you must always ask God to give you good luck.
Okay.
Some of these things are about sheer luck. No science, no nothing, just luck. And any business person can tell that they have no good luck. However, whom do you call a friend? Whom do you call a friend? How many young people's businesses have been taken over by their friends whom they invite? When you call a friend and delegate everything to them, they will take the business.
Okay.
Every person must behave like Coca-Cola, like Pepsi. You must have a trade secret.
Anyone? Okay.
Everybody must have a trade secret. That I am making my water. What is it that is in this water that you can build in the minds of the people whom you work with? Young people must learn how to carry themselves as mythical people. What is the myth with you? What is that unique thing that makes you tick, that people start referring to you even as Muzei? You must have certain skills. The ability for you to see danger. The ability for you to look at a person and you tell that this is going to be a problem. And you must build this thing through practice.
Okay.
You must also, as young people from word go, employ people that do actually work. And when you employ, don't employ with an intention of not remunerating.
Remunerating is paying.
Okay.
You must always, even if it is
Appreciate.
10,000 shillings salary, give it. It brings certainty to that individual that they are an employee. When you start telling them that, comrades, you know, we have just started, let us hold your own, eh? When things are better, we will. We will get better. Get into the habit of salarizing each of your workers.
So
Even if it is
maybe-
10,000, 15.
Maybe talking about when things will be better, one wonders, many of us here have quite a number of ideas. And as innovators, of course, every day you get ideas that you aim to actually turn into innovations or businesses. But then there are very many challenges that we face, one of which is conflicting loyalties. So I would wonder, what would you say about someone rolling dice, hoping that one day a 6 will show up? Do you advise us to, like, maybe the real question would be, when do I start? Because many a time we procrastinate, even when we don't know when we are going to start. We just think maybe one day we shall see light of day and land maybe a chunk of capital, and that way we can be able to start and flourish.
Okay.
So when does someone really start?
It is only in the legal profession where they say, I am waiting for that case, the 1 billion shilling case. Any other business does not operate like that. It's only in law where they say, I am waiting for that 1 billion case. And many lawyers do get it. You see the lawyer going, he's haggling, then all of a sudden the lawyer changes because they have got the 1 billion case.
Okay.
The whole idea is that as business, as young people, as innovators, do you have the capacity to change your mind in the middle of something if it is not working? Or you say, this is the thing I have innovated, I am dying on this one. When someone walks in and gives you another idea, would you easily say, okay, let us try that? One business could lead to another that helps you get money to build your idea. You can even have an original idea that I'm going to make water for sports. Along the way, someone tells you that, do you know that many women have a dilemma when they give birth about colic for their little babies? You know colic? I think Dr. Omar will tell us that you give birth this baby, the best sign is that a young baby can make you not sleep. A young baby can cry the whole
Day.
night, mostly in the night. It is one situation that has so many products that people can guide you on what to take. From a bit of lemon, from a tomato, a raw tomato, from bitter grape water, from all sorts of things. Then someone tells you that if we make a product that we can give to mothers to help them with colic, we will get enough money to improve our water for sports. Do you have the courage to stop the water for sports and do colic water so that you build capital?
Continuous improvement and flexibility.
In the innovation world, we call that pivoting. Are you ready to pivot?
Yes.
So
Into
something
another
else.
area. Okay,
Yes.
maybe Mr. Lukaaya, just take us back In my last question, as I pass on to my colleagues who may be having other questions to inquire, what is your take on an innovator dating a fellow innovator? Because much as we are here focused on business and innovation and entrepreneurship, we have other lives. We have the love life, and yeah, sometimes people say that you sell better if you have someone at your back. Yeah. So, speaking from experience, it wasn't something easy. I've done it before, but there came up some sort of competing interests, yeah, from the both of us. So, so one would wonder what would be your take, because I could look at, let me just give an example, because there are two ladies here. I could look at Emily and I'm like, I think Emily can work for me because maybe we share some values. She's an innovator, I'm an innovator. But then along the way, you figure out that things are not supposed to be working that way because you actually have a different kind of trajectory when it comes to a love life, which we actually need essentially in our lives. So what would be your take for young innovators and entrepreneurs like us who are working tooth and nail to make sure that our ideas actually grow to some other level, but also we need someone to support us, but instead we may land into people that become our downfall? What would be your take as I conclude? And then colleagues, that was my final question. So in case you have an inquiry, I'll be passing the microphone to whoever has something to say, and then we shall be able to finalize.
Is that we have an elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room is we are likely to succeed in our businesses.
We need to clap for that, guys.
Okay?
We are going to succeed.
Yeah, because what then happens after you have succeeded all along the path of success? This thing called relationships. Society in the past and during my own time, and my observation is that many spouses actually are not from within the same spaces. And I want to think that this conventional way was to allow freedom of operation. Okay? However, there is a new trend in business where we say the entire family sits in that shop. And even the size of the chairs in the shops differ. There will be a parent who sits on the highest chair near the counter. And another one who probably sits outside and is usually handling keys and moves around. Then the children. You must have personal discipline to work with your spouse. You must have personal discipline. And you must accept that there will be do's and don'ts. Okay? You are a young person. Have you reached the stage of maturity to say, I have a wife and I have a wife? Or you want a wife because you want a wife? I want to tell you, comrades, that maturity is a very serious matter. You have age, year in, year out. But maturity is that stage that makes you calm down from things that would otherwise make you crazy. And let me give you an example. You have a girlfriend. You know, you randomly met her in the bar behind here. Laksa. And you start jazzing. And you spend the evening together. In the morning you wake up together. But you go your own ways. Okay? You see? You can justify it by saying one night stand. That is it. No emotional attachment. Okay? One day, that same girlfriend calls you and says, I'm in Masaka. Please come. Please come. And says, please, please, please. If you don't come, I will die. Please come. The ability for you to get this information and then say, Masaka, it means you're going to drive a car. You don't want to sit on the bus because she saw you with a car. You don't have the courage to sit on the what? On the bus and arrive on a border. It will lower your standard. So you drive a car. Then she tells you, where shall we stay? And she chooses a high-end hotel. Then she tells you, we shall be here up to Sunday. This is Friday evening. Where do you draw the line to say, I will not go to Masaka? Look at all the attendant risks in this whole thing. Okay? The cost, the risks on the road, but remember you have a wife at home. So imagine what lie you are going to tell that you have to do in Masaka. You may kill an uncle or something. Or at even ask a friend to call you to say, we have lost someone. Can you please take us to Masaka for the funeral? The courage you have to tell this lie and actually go is the difference between the thing called maturity. Okay? Therefore, the business of marrying your friend or your business associate requires you to have maturity. It's a very wonderful thing because you even call yourselves co-director because you have the same wavelength of understanding. But what is your age? What is the age of your friend you are marrying? You are 29. What is her age? Usually, as young, what is the age?
23.
Eh?
23, 24.
So you are 29 and she's 23, 24.
That's a good.
No. You see, if you are 29 and she's 24,
That's okay.
you are not the same.
Yeah, you're not the same.
And what would she be doing? At 24, where would she be?
Finishing campus.
Finishing campus. Okay? You have finished what? Campus. How many years now?
4. Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
What would be the list of girlfriends you have had? There is a challenge in making these choices. You, in most cases, deceive yourself. That is why you will notice that not many have succeeded in that enterprise. Okay? The headache is a lot.
Mr. Lukaaya.
Yes.
This conversation, he brought it back about relationships, but I hope the next questions are not going to be so much about relationships. Let's focus on entrepreneurship, innovation, and anything personal, because I think we have talked more about relationships. So what we are going to do is you need to take some coffee. So we are going to ask questions at once, and then we will respond at once. Is that okay?
It's okay.
Yeah, so you are going to record each and every question, and then he's going to be able to answer to each and everything. Okay, start with you.
Good evening. My name is Kansime Jessica. I'm in production of Aldon Beautics, Aldon products. Mine is not a question. It's to thank Mr. Lukaaya He's the one who welcomed me when I was joining MAST.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I have
I
no
was coming
recollection.
from Rwanda. So,
Sure.
yeah,
Okay.
2013.
Wow.
Yeah,
Where were you?
you remember me. So you were the public relations manager.
Yes.
Yes, I remember. Yeah, you made you move up and down. So
Okay, I didn't
I'm happy
know.
to be in the same room with you, and I love everything you've shared. There's something that you've over asked, family and business. Personally, I happen to work in a pharmaceutical company. I'm a pharmaceutical scientist. I think I was in the second cohort. Yeah. So, family and business, I would like to share something. I worked in a pharmaceutical company for something like 6 years.
Okay.
I just left last year. That's when I resigned. But number one thing I realized was our managing director or the owner of the company, it was an old man. It's an old man, Mr. Rushiva Dodoria. They are Indians. But him was the managing director. The first daughter was the operations manager. He had 3 children and the girls. So the wife was pharmacist and a lecturer, I think Macquarie lecturer. And the second daughter is an accountant. So the wife and the daughter and the accountant sat at the selling warehouse. The managing director and the operations manager sat at the factory premise. So these people made sure that we manufactured day, night on a daily basis, no resting, no doing what. And they sent products to these ones. So these ones sold and brought money for buying materials and paying workers and all that. And it's a very successful business. Where you found it and where you left it, I think it grew like something like 80% when I was there. Because the time I was there, we were using very small machines like that sugar barrel. By the time I left, we had that machine would make like a batch size of 1 million for 3 days. By the time I left, they had a machine like this that was making something like 1 million tablets in 3 hours. Wow. It's done. So all that happened when I was there. All those transitions happened when I was there. So what does that mean? That we put aside greed in a family and work towards development. Tubijeme fujo.
Yeah.
No mululu. When money starts coming, men start looking for more women. Add another one, make 5. But that man with 3 children had 1 woman and they made money and they are still making. I think it's the first pharmaceutical company in the whole of Uganda, supplying the whole of East Africa and other countries. Rene Industries Limited. Yeah. So family and business, that one I think. One wife, settle and make money.
Thank you.
Okay.
If you want to develop very well without a dogo. So that's what. We leave them in their own world. I don't know what happened, but according to the way I've walked through this life, I realized that these people had even his grand, because that man is around 70 years. If you check on Google, you can see him, Rushi. He's a very old man, around 70 to 80. But you can see that even when he's not in the country, for 6 months, the company is running day and night. Normally, because the daughter is in control, and she's the operations manager. So things are running smoothly. Yeah, even in his absence. But he set the foundation, because I found it's now 25 years, I think 26 years, but at least the first 10 years, he would be even the one to check the people who are coming late. So he was there.
He
He
opens
was
the business and
present
closes it.
in the business. He started moving away when the children were grown and when the company had grown. That's when he started running up and down looking for market and raw materials and what and machines and all that. So I think we need to be present in our businesses. I personally have tried to be present. I think I'm the manufacturing person. In my condition, I'm seated, but in my condition, the whole week I was in production.
Wow.
Yes, the whole week I was in production. I had to produce I had to produce what would take us through the 1 month I'll be away. Yeah, so I had to make sure I'm in production. I think I was there with this man. I had to make sure yesterday I offloaded everything to the store, and personally I'm the one in production. I know what I mix and what I need in every product.
You understand your business.
So I started with one product. Things were not doing well. Then I think I'm taking it wrong. I'm sorry. So in starting with one product, it's a bit tricky when you have one product and you have a car, you have workers, have 2 workers. So I had to, through scratching my head, I had to introduce more 3 products just in a period of 3 months.
Are those workers paid?
Yes, they are paid. They are paid on a monthly basis. He's 300, he's 300,
Yeah.
and he takes his lunch on a daily basis. They are very healthy. Someone told me your workers are healthier than you because they have to eat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is it. So I was able to. I currently have 4 products running and better.
Which ones are those?
I have
It's like we don't know your
Yeah.
products and we are potential
Oh.
customers.
We talked about aloe vera, right?
no Aldon.
I think I know
Aldon.
I'm in Aldon.
It's
a
Aldon
brand.
is the brand.
Yes.
Please, you have 1 minute. 1 minute to
Okay.
pitch your products. The question you asked. The
Oh,
products.
we do Aldon as a jelly. I don't know. I think I
So
don't
it's a
have.
cosmetic.
Yeah, it's a cosmetic.
Okay.
Then we added on Aldon skin or hair oil. It's the second one. We have a hair relaxer. I was making its pitch deck from here. Hair relaxer that is working, but the other products are from shea butter, and this hair relaxer I had to make it from cow ghee. Then the other one is a shampoo to make sure that, like when you're doing when you go to the market, you realize that the person who is taking one product is actually able to take 4 products more.
Wow.
So you're able to get more money from them.
How long have you been in the market? I'm sorry. When
I
it comes
started marketing and production August, I think 1st September last year. So I've made the 1 anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So thank you so much.
life is good.
Thank you so much.
Then for the partners, I want to talk about partners.
Okay.
To the young people here in this room who are still young and coming up, business partners, not marriage partners. For business partners, when you're still falling and yes, like falling and raising, don't expect those. If you're what are they called?
Founder.
The founder, nywera bulungi. No one wants to associate themselves with in a business where people are still falling and so you're going to find if you were 5, people will run and go and look for jobs. People will go and run and look for jobs and leave you there alone, and you die with it. Today it falls, tomorrow it's up. Today, I guess, like after 5 years, when things are getting on a straight line, you see them appearing one by one. It happened to me. I'm enjoying the life and waiting for them patiently to come back, and we see how to deal with, how to join each other in the business. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Bernard Mubiru. My question, I have one question about what Mr. Lukaaya was talking about, entrepreneurship. As an entrepreneur or as a business owner, at what time should I reward myself? You have talked about rewarding workers, remunerating them. Rewarding my workers, like someone here said, someone told her that her workers are healthier than her. So that's my question. At what point should I reward myself? Thank you.
So I'm called Emmanuel. I deal in medical diagnostics. So normally when I'm talking with the people like Elliot, Victor, they tell me that you need to enjoy the process.
Yes.
Like sometimes you struggle a lot to get to the top. You reach the top, but then
No. That's not what it is.
you don't like feel you don't even have enough time to enjoy what you have suffered for. So when Mr. Lukaaya was talking, he asked the question, at what time do you enjoy your money? So that's what prompted me to ask this question. Then the other question, when I saw the poster that was Mr. Lukaaya presenting, I was very happy because previously I was like an introvert. So even now I'm still trying to transition from that kind of life because it's not good.
Big progress. I saw him 3 years ago. He's now okay.
Yeah, so holding like a conversation with someone, sometimes it becomes very short for me. Like there are people, visitors even from USA, where that come to the molecular lab of must, and I be the one interacting with them. Sometimes you reach somewhere and you don't have words like to engage the person. Yeah, so how can you advise some of us to because those are some like the conversations, such conversations build some kind of relationship rapport with people. So how can you help people like me? Thank you.
That's a nice question.
My name is Anthony Kashaija. Like I'd said, I work with Creative Logistics. We offer services of graphics designs, branding, corporate branding, marketing, web designs, and so on. What I can maybe add on what most of you guys have said is that most of the startups forget that a business and the owner are two persons. That is where most challenges come from. So, and it is a very big challenge separating between the owner and the actual business. You find you're getting your own, the qualities or the weaknesses that you have, and now you mix them with a business. If let's say you are a kind person and someone comes to you and you see they are actually not qualified for the post that you may be advertising, but because you're very kind, you end up hiring them for the sake of the business. That means you've put the business down and now you're using yourself to hire someone to take over the position which is under the business. So you have to be able to separate you and the business, because it is the business that is hiring, not you. So if you have a weakness of maybe you are a people pleaser, you're that, does not mean that you will have to end up hiring your friend to take up a position in the business, which might affect the business's what? Progress.
Yes.
That is my submission. And of course also, as we work, of course we want our businesses to grow, but businesses should also not make us fall down.
Yes.
Some people work and you find at 1 a.m. they are still working from 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. And at the end of the day, they lose their life. You're supposed to live as you work. Have some time, meet friends, have some time, watch TV. But of course, you have to make sure you're balancing your time very well. Then my question is about pricing. Mr. Lukaaya, most of us people who are offering services, we have an issue of pricing. It is not that we sell water and water is 500 or 1,000. You find a friend comes to you, it's like, I have my clothes. I need them to be washed. And you find your pricing is not, it's not the same. And then people will come and be like, today, Nino Chikuba. The MP has come, so my rate has to be high. I'm going to wash his clothes. I'll charge 200,000. Mr. Lukaaya will come. Mr. Lukaaya works with master. He must be having money. You charge Mr. Lukaaya 300,000. Then maybe a colleague is at campus, he's a student. You're not sure. But of course, he doesn't have a lot of money. So my question is, how should we handle pricing, especially in the businesses that offer services, transport, this and this and all that? Thank you so much.
My name is Wilbrod. I work with Nisha Wilbrod. Yeah, like I said, I'm an engineer, petroleum engineer by profession. And I have a question for Mr. Lukaaya.
Yes.
Like we all introduced ourselves here earlier, we are all entrepreneurs here, and we are starting up something for our lives. But you see, when you start up a business, you have to save at a point. And we have a trend which is like a culture here in, let's say, the youth and even people older than us of saving through groups, what we call a Gombe. So I want you to talk about that culture of saving through groups, because sometimes it's come, some fall to it, and maybe the treasurer and the chairperson of the group will end up eating the money alone. Personally, I've been a victim of such. Once we had a group of saving with a few of my colleagues, and the treasurer took the money. Of course, you come up as friends, you don't even actually sign agreements of anything like that. Maybe if such an issue happens, you maybe sue a person or take legal route, but because you are colleagues, you don't even actually sign all that paperwork. So just talk about how we can have a good saving culture. Maybe what should we avoid in the saving culture? In the trends of saving right now, what should we go for? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Adonia is my name. And my question is, how do you draw a line between profession and business? You want to excel professionally, but at the same time, you want a business you've put your hands on to excel. How do you divide the attention? Because you said that open and close your business. How do you divide the attention to make sure that you are not failing with the businesses you've decided to start, but at the same time, you are accountable to the profession that you're doing or you've chosen to partake? How do I excel and perfect on the two grounds? Thank you so much.
So my question is about side hustles.
Yes, thank you.
At what point do you decide your primary business or your primary money-making scheme should be run alongside with other ventures that can generate you the money, maybe sometimes to help you run this main thing or to help you succeed? And then at what point do you get to know that this is not working? I should think of something else. Thank you.
Thank you so much. My name is Eliud Chelangat, and professionally, I'm a pharmaceutical scientist as well as an athlete, a professional one. So thank you so much, Mr. Lukaaya.
Yes.
And I also aspire so much to speak eloquently like you.
Thank you.
Sometimes, me personally, I somehow struggle a little bit when I'm talking, but I'm learning. My question is, you talked about what happens after success. No, you said what happens when you succeed, or what happens when you succeed. Yes. So my question would be, what is success business wise? How do we define, how do you call yourself a success when you are running a business. Then yes, basically I would end there for now.
I am going to just speak, I think, about three things that I think were my highlights. The first thing is that young people are not very reliable. You know, it is very hard to have a business where you have to rely even on your own colleagues. You don't have the confidence that they are going to do something the same way you want to do it. So how do you kind of like bridge that gap and be like, okay, I think I'll let him do it? Because even in my own workspace, I have challenges with delegation of duty, because sometimes I feel my own other people, the young people, are not competent enough to do it the way I want it. And I like results. Even in business, I know every one of you here, sometimes you be like, if that guy does laundry for that person, that customer is not going to come back. Have you been in such a situation before? So reliability. The second is, I think our other problem as young people is the question of our work ethic. Today, the mood is like at 100% and the young person wants to work. Tomorrow, they want to spend the whole day scrolling TikTok. And then it kind of like, it's disturbing sometimes. And I think all of you have seen it. And these days, even the older people who we look up to, you move into the office, and then there's this secretary, and she's very unhappy that you have come because she's missing a small clip on TikTok. So the work ethic is very pathetic. And for young people, it is even worse. We want to see what is coming like every other second. So how do we kind of like build a work ethic that's very nice for young people, especially for business? Then the other thing is investing in your human resource as a young person. I know all of us are starting, and Mr. Lukaaya here talked about paying your people. Yes, sometimes you might not have the money, but how do you incentivize the people you work with to make sure that you grow together? And I'll give an example. If you are in the innovation space and you have 3 colleagues, so how best are you working with the 3 colleagues to keep them in the loop, so that when you have a product out, it's the collective effort? Because I have realized the other thing with us young people, we like to take the glory. No, I am the one who did it. I am CEO, MD, what? And we throw around all these other things like you are the alpha and the omega. So how best do we work out with each other so that we grow together and keep together? And then the other thing, the last one, is accountability. Now, all of us are not really very accountable. I kind of like kills, I think, the business sense. And someone talked about it, how for us, the business of young people. Say, I have a friend of mine and they are selling jeans. Now, they sell in such a model that they will never put the price anywhere, but they will post 100 pictures of jeans on their status updates. When I come and say I need this jean, now the price of the jean is escalated from 20,000 and it is 100,000.
Jean the alcohol
Now,
or jean trousers?
No, jean the trousers, not the alcohol. Then when someone else comes, this same jean trouser is 20,000. And it kills the business mindset, because sometimes I come to you because I already know the price, but because I want to support a colleague. And then the colleague, because he has an implied sense that probably this guy has money, I kind of like escalate the price. So how best do we as young people develop a culture where we are, I think, more honest, to kind of like move our businesses, but in a more, not very shrewd way? Don't be like our forefathers who have stolen billions. So how do we make money, but in at least slightly fair manner?
In the right way.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Because most people, their work ethic is low. If you try even a little, you will be ahead of most of the people. You'll be ahead of 90% of the population. You just have to work a little bit harder. And someone said this generation they are so chill, you know. You just put in some little more effort and you are so much ahead. So Mr. Lukaaya, you can combine everything, and then we shall end with rapid insight. Just 5 rapid questions you answer for us at the end.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's very nice to really listen, and I think I'm back to reset to booting. Some things have scared me. And I fear if they are true. Jessica, when she had just come, I actually don't remember, but it is my work ethic that I have chosen to give to myself. Anyone that has interacted me as a student, I endeavor, because I believe that a student is a very confused person and very troubled many times, and chances are they are largely hungry at every minute. So they are not speaking from a normal state of affairs. Imagine the heartbreaks a student has. Imagine the inability to be sure of a meal.
Okay.
Imagine this student does not have soap. Soap. They don't have soap. They will either borrow or steal soap to wash their clothes. And this person comes to you for help. So it is really work ethic. And then the principle is, I want the interaction of every student to feel that I am their hero. That for me is the baseline. Even when I disagree with you, I will struggle to agree with you. And this I learned from the former Vice Chancellor, Professor Kayanja. Many of you did not interact with this giant of a leader. He's immortalized in Chihumuro.
That
Professor Kayanja was Vice Chancellor for 25 years straight of must.
that is serious.
Yes, he was chairman of the search committee July 1988 and retired on the 24th of October 2014. President Museveni referred to him as the permanent vice chancellor of MUST. He used to say, when a student comes to you, take a break from everything and attend to them. Nothing was more important than handling a student. He also taught me you must have an open door policy in practical sense. Your door must always be open. Anyone who has interacted me in the office where I sit, I have never shut my door.
Yeah, that's true.
Why? Every time someone has to knock on a door, they take a lot of effort. He used to say that students have an inherent psychological fear for power. But he said power was not power in this case, that power was authority. That students lacked influence over themselves and fear. And he said that the moment students would tame their fear, they will prosper. Okay? So, this is the same thing I am asking of you as business people. Why do you want to succeed quickly, where others have allowed themselves to take some time? I want to tell you, those of you who are seated here and those listening to us and those that you will talk to, let us agree that success is a process. Success is a process. We have chosen to think that solutions must be quick. What happened to try and what? Try and error. What happened? The best businesses are those that have been tried and collapsed. That you must pray to God to help you lose a business. Pray to him every day that you lose a business. That is when you will learn what a business is. Because we are not operating from experience. We are operating from imagination. Young people are doing businesses out of imagination, but coupled with interest and skill. Okay? You must have an interest in a business. You must have an interest. You must have passion. You must have the ability to sell your product even when it is fake.
Yes.
Make sure someone sees your fake product as the only thing between them and life. If you believe in it, it will not be its packaging. It will be its healing compound. I thank Jessica. Emmanuel, communication. Comrades, 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 comrades. If you don't endeavor to build your own interpersonal relations, how do I behave? How do I react? How do I deal with people? I want to give you one basic fact and try it out. Every time someone tells you something, endeavor to hold your horses, endeavor to hold yourself back deliberately and say, I will understand, but I will never react. Listen to understand what the person is saying, even when they are abusing you. Go to a hospital. What brings people to a hospital? Pain. And usually the doctors will tell you that people come and say, it has been there for 3 weeks. The swelling has been on. I have been feeling unwell. When the pain spikes, you now say, I need to go to the hospital. Okay? You know that your customer is coming in any shape. Have you ever imagined if your customer is a renowned murderer? Just imagine, you have a guy you know, everybody says, man, that man is very dangerous. And we see it in society. Tell you, man, that man, if he puts his finger on your land, you can't survive. The point I am drawing at is, your business must not lose a customer because of feelings, because of your inability to accept them the way they are. You know, people will come to you and see your business, your creative arts, and then they will say, we want a banner for our conference. They look at your small equipment, okay? They look at your place and they think that they are doing you a favor. They may even undermine you. They may see your laptop. You know, it is your laptop of school. But that is your tool of production. Okay? You may not have very good chairs because you are struggling. The person will then show you disgust. Can you produce me a banner in 3 hours or something of that nature? And say, man, guy, this is a 6-hour job. Listen to them, understand them, and never use the word, it is okay. Never use the phrase, it is okay. I don't think you can manage. Then you say it is okay. You guys, the way we see you, we don't, I don't, people, let's go. This guy, I think, is fake.
It is okay.
Always say, I am sorry, all, thank you. It is okay is used by people who have accepted that they are angry. That they are annoyed they have not got what they wanted. You have quarreled with somebody and then you say it is okay, you can go actually. This business doesn't, there are people even who follow the customer outside the premises. By the way, never come back here. Look at your shoes. Do you think we live in you? Are you the one who started it? When you say all of that, then what? then your business succeeds. When you offer yourself into a business, offer yourself as a servant leader, as a servant provider. That abusing, a little bit of abusing you does not reduce the success of your business. Learn how to embarrass bullies. It is called bullying. And how do you deal with a bully? Do not give them ammunition. Okay? Communications is key. And the only way you are going to be good is by practice. Practice how to communicate. Practice how to communicate. And to communicate is the ability to reason. Give yourself some meta thinking. Think about what you are planning to think about. Because when you don't think about what you want to think about, you will never think about what you want, and nothing will happen about what you are thinking you want to happen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Please, 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 every idea that comes to you must be interrogated. Why has this idea come? If you own an office, put a library in the toilet. Have books to read.
It's a quiet place.
Have famous quotes. Be able to find some time in the day to just cross your mind. Dr. Mumza will tell you that when you get a migraine, a terrible headache, one of the best things other than paracetamol is to close your eyes from light and relax a little bit. Sip a little water. Okay? And relax. The migraine may calm down. Okay? When you have a business as a young person, stop seeing your business in the eyes of your neighbor's business. See your business. Your neighbor has their own growth projection. And never waste your energy being jealous. Man, I don't know how that guy succeeds. I know that guy is just a thief. He's not clear. He's not clear.
Their government.
Hey. Anthony, in the creatives, the principle is you must at all times have self-care. This is a psychosocial issue. Why do you say you will work like a donkey? When do you realize that you need to go home? Why would you need to open your shop from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.? Unless your customers fall in that time bracket. Study the trends of your customers. When do they walk in? The pattern can be drawn. Self-care is very important, comrades. When you break down and they take you to Tabika, you'll never be the same again. Self-care is very, very important. Maybe that is where Simba is saying, if I have a partner, maybe my stress is released and relieved. Okay? Have an activity that takes you off. As young people, the telephone has become the symbol of activity for relaxation. How many of you own a book? A book to read. A physical book to read. A physical book. When you rest your phone and then you say, this is it. Teach yourself to refuse to touch the telephone. Teach yourself. If you get children, teach yourself when you are eating food with the children never to touch your telephone. Every father, in particular now, to fathers, must create special time for your children. When the children don't see you present, you may be raising a lost generation. Children who will never aspire to love their own children. Yeah. Children are at the stage of tabula rasa. The slate is clean. Everything they see, they decode. And that will be what they will remember about you. And remember that children take childhood as the best memories. Teach yourself to give your friends some time. Don't touch your phone when a customer comes. Don't. Because they are going to think you are rude, whether you like it or not. I have come to buy, but the guy is, yeah, that shirt. Okay, Gundi. The other shirt. Mzee, with this price is what we're asking for. At times you get startled and cannot even talk. Discipline is very important. Self-care. Pricing. Comrades. Why do you become a cheater? There is no value. The truth is still important today. What is yours is what you should look for. You may change your pricing, but let me tell you, nobody comes to the market without knowing the price. Forget it. Everybody knows the price. Why do you imagine you are the first one they are reaching out to? How much internet is at their disposal for price? This is the whole sense of ethics. Don't do something because you think people don't know. The person you cheat may pay you but will never return and will advise anyone that guy is a cheater. And let me tell you, it happens. What do you look for in a business? Is it a one-time buyer or a continuous buyer? I am a bit familiar with the business of a pharmacy. The pharmacy survives on these people who buy the daily Panadol. Those are your real customers. The daily Panadol, the daily aspirin, the daily Septrin. Why? Because we have a lot of stigma around. I would prefer not to buy my Septrin in bulk, but I have a place where I can get my daily Septrin. Go, take my Septrin, take it, go home, whatever it is. These people give you daily income, but they will ask people to also come. Or when they send someone, they will send them to that place. Imagine you buy Septrin every day, but the price is different every day. Or every time you go there. Be able to grade your jobs and have a work ethic that gives you a price chart. Even when you want to cheat, okay, have a price what? A price chart. That what are the prices? You can open a file, say, I'm not very sure about that, okay? But the person should see that you are not running the business from the head. I want to tell you that pricing, even for friends, tell the person that putting the embroidery on this t-shirt, know your actual price and say it costs 10,000. Allow a negotiation. Okay? And let me tell you, the richer the person is, the more angry they know that you've stolen an extra cent from them.
They count every coin.
They count every coin. Be smart enough to cheat a poor person, not a rich one. Cheat the poor. Don't cheat a rich person.
So can I cut you off?
Yes.
The main point anyway was Sometimes you don't want to lose a client because they have come with small money.
Yes.
Let's say you let's say like
Yes.
you said, embroidery. Maybe your standard price is, let's say, 5,000.
Yes.
Someone comes and says, great, then you have to measure.
Yes.
And then you're like, you know, you have a standard.
Yes.
You don't want this man to do what?
Yes.
So that is where the dilemma is.
Yes.
So
And that's why I said negotiate.
Negotiate.
Negotiate. In other words, let everybody get a service from you regardless of their status.
unless you're a supermarket. Oh, there are some businesses
which are very clear.
which you can't do that.
You are not necessarily about earning money, you are about building a client base.
Yeah.
This person who came with 2,000 will one day come with 10,000. Remember the amount of salesmanship you are going to get from the person who has you've done for 2,000 is greater the referrals. Where do you do your good things from? First of all, the people who come to your company or your business, what is the demographics of your clients?
Your target market.
Yeah, your target market could be people who genuinely want to look good, but they don't earn. They don't earn much.
I know very many.
Being able to do that job for them is more important than saying, I can't help you. When this person that comes, who may bring you big money, can help compensate, but the business must still make sense.
You have to serve everyone.
Serve everyone is the principle. Yes, I can do it for you. Yes, I can do it for you. If you look at some shops in the market merchandise, there is actually no price for a good. But it must be within range. Let me tell you, the business is about range. Go and buy a avocado, go and buy what? Someone will tell you 1,000, another will tell you 3 for 500, another will tell you the same. If you have good salesmanship, even the person of 2,000, you tell him, kali nyongera mo 10,000 nkukolere kintu kino kya 5, they will most likely add. Pricing is a fact of the business. Learn when to adjust it, but don't lose customers when it is not necessary. Build your business for all.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a skill. And that's why you need to be in your business. If you came back and your worker told you that every 5,000 is only 2,000, you would kill them. Every 5,000 which the stock, every 5,000 stock, they are producing for you 2,000. You are going to say this person is a thief. And when you are the one in the business, never give a discount openly. Semuzei kali. Chirete echebbiri.
Okay.
But business serve all. Wilbrod.
Yeah, Wilbrod.
Saving through groups. The idea is always ensure that your saving is safe and you can see it. You can see it, you can feel it. As young people, with all the fintech technology, why would you save in a basket, in a pot? Why would you save in a basket or in a pot? The business of saying that man is very trustworthy, what if he dies with your money? The idea is that saving is a very important thing to teach yourself, and it is a habit. It is a habit. I want to tell you, it doesn't come naturally. Saving is also a community affair. It is one friend who will tell you, let us save. It is hard for you to say, we save. Many people, there are people who are gifted in mobilizing people to save. Each of you find that friend who mobilizes people to save. But ensure that your savings are safe. Don't save just. Okay? The Bigombe, the what, you can save with the groups, but you know that every unsecured saving is a loss and can potentially backfire on you. Okay? The principle is ensure there is safe saving. I didn't get the name. Personal, business, and professionalism. Adonia. Someone who talked about how do you balance between, I don't know, who was that?
Him.
Adonia, yes. You have did you mean you have a profession, you are a pharmaceutical scientist, but you also have another business. It rhymes with the other person saying side hustle. Okay?
Richard.
Young people have broken the barrier of professionalism. Young people are professional in everything they do. That is the yardstick. Use your profession to give you vantage and standing in society. Man, that guy runs his own shop, but he's actually a chemical engineer. Okay? He works with Coca-Cola. He works with Movit. Okay? But how many chances do we have to have that professional job and the side hustle? We thank God, the Almighty, if that appears and comes to you. That my side hustle is really a side hustle. But for many young people, the side hustle is the profession. And the profession is the identity.
Yeah.
Okay? But because we are innovators, but because we are starting businesses, not many of us may do businesses in our professional line of study. If you do, then that is good. So we need to know that you can be a professional and also be a business person. Use your professional knowledge to make you professional, to make you calm, to make you presentable, and all that. And maybe from your profession, you get clients, or you get capital.
Yeah, true.
It is encouraged that why do you go to school and never practice your line of study? If you can, please do it. But there is a normal reality today. Okay? In other words, the best thing young people should do is to learn how to be retrained. I am a trained chemical engineer, but today I am an Uber manager. Retraining, the ability for you to be retrained into another profession should come quick. When you came in, you said, I'm seeing the medical law. Okay? Then you go back and start the medical law. Be able to have the skill of retrainability. Government is talking about competence-based curriculum. Okay? That how much can you do with your hands or with the knowledge that you possess? So that flexibility is important. Richard, again on side hustles, when do you decide, what is your main business, and when do you know that things are not working?
I think you have answered that.
Okay? When things are not working is when the business is not stable.
As simple as that.
Once the business is not stable, you know that things are not working. But we agreed in the beginning, it means we don't give up. The more unstable your business is, the more resilience you must build on staying there. How many of you have had your business talking to you? Have you had your business talking to you?
Yeah. Me.
I am here, I am suffering.
Yeah.
You are eating me. You are eating me. Your girlfriend is finishing me. Your girlfriend has put her knee on my neck.
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe. Okay?
Yes.
The business must be stable. You must learn how to separate personal cash from the business cash. Allow the business to have its money. You are not your business, and neither is your business you. There are two individuals here with the two distinct lives. One can have a wife, but the other cannot. That's the difference. Okay? When you take out money from the business and it doesn't affect it, then you know that your business is what? Is succeeding, is stable. Okay? When you hit a milestone and then you say, man, I have gotten the deal, the business becomes stable. Okay? When you are able to, when you have successively reinvested money from the business, this again answers the question, when do you look out for yourself? Those should be the factors. One, the business must be stable for you to say, now I can pay myself. You must, when you are successfully able to separate personal money and the business money, because you start the business using personal money. When you realize that the business now is sorting itself out, then you say, now it can also give me something.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Cherengat, you know, eloquent speaking is a practice and a devotion. You simply start. I want to tell you, teach yourself that I will not fear. Conquer fear. If there is something to speak, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. It doesn't hurt you to have your talking point. It doesn't hurt you. Image yourself as a speaker. See other people. Get a mentor. Get motivated. Copy. Okay? Control what?
Control C.
Control C.
Control C, Control V.
Okay? Use technology to aid you. Watch videos of people who speak in that. Okay? So expose yourself to more opportunities. If there's a workshop, there's a seminar, there is what, go for it. You lose nothing to get an extra skill or retrain yourself into a skill. These things we hear, oh, we are called entrepreneurs, Gather the courage to go there, even if you sit and listen. And young people must learn how to carry notebooks. The normal head requires both long-term and short-term memory. A written thing is golden. Either you write by typing or you write by writing. Aha. Knowledge is the best thing to acquire. Okay? Knowledge is a very important thing to acquire. Be knowledgeable. Why would you be an entrepreneur who does no basic research on products of other people or yours?
Especially in the same segment.
Especially in the same segment. Okay? What is it that would make my product different, yet it is the same? I was talking about colic. No one is trying to innovate within colic. There are so many young mothers today who have no idea about a child. Do things for young mothers.
It's a great idea.
Design a thing that helps her stomach to tone. Design a thing that can help a mother breastfeed digitally.
Beauty care. Yeah. Yeah. You know beauty care, Mr. Lukaaya?
No.
There's one of our colleagues called Comfort, I call.
You okay?
Worry.
Yes.
Hey, Warren, you're part. Yes, I remember. Sorry, my bad.
Okay.
They make something.
Yes.
Which is a very good 30 seconds
yes.
elevator pitch.
Beauty Care is a company that makes baby carriers.
Okay.
With they help babies. They help mothers carry their babies, can breastfeed, and keep the babies warm. And we improved it by making the vital reading sensor that
Okay.
helps the mother know the pulse rate of the baby,
Okay.
the oxygen saturation,
Yes.
yeah, the vitals,
Yes.
and transmit the information on an application.
Very good.
Perfect. You are a good pitcher.
That is something you need to bring, because there is a corporate community now that is scared of child birth. For example, we live in homes where we need to cook food early. Okay? The cost of microwaves and so on is skyrocketing. Okay? What local products could we do that can make households eat warm food? People are suffering from salmonella. Okay? Look at how many cabbages are produced in this country. How are people eating cabbage? Okay? If you walk around, see how much Irish potato is cooked every night in way of chips. The woman has a very big stove. The woman is peeling. The woman has dirty water to do this, but people are standing next to her to buy chips. Imagine if your business is to prepare chips so that she stops peeling.
I think, Umaru, you should make a report on that. Public health, right?
Public health innovations, okay? Those are what you call your side hustles. You have your people who choma whatever, okay? Cutting and cutting and cutting. It doesn't mean a pharmaceutical scientist cannot sell chips products. What is nightlife? How many of us are innovating for nightlife?
Night economy.
Okay?
Most of them are clients.
Who can innovate a small face mask that you wear properly and then you can walk peacefully at night in town?
Yeah.
And people don't know you're wearing a face mask. So that even when you find this young lady, she will not know you tomorrow.
Yeah. That's a great place for innovation.
Imagine how many people will be buying to possess it. It will be next to purchase of a condom.
Change identity.
Okay? Because society today is very complicated. I want to go somewhere, but I don't like people to
know me,
to see me.
I want to enjoy life.
Imagine how many students would want that casing.
Yeah.
Hey, who was the visitor who visited you last night? Okay?
Umar.
What happens when you succeed? The point is, how do you govern success? Everyone must work to succeed. How do you govern success? Look at the political sphere. So many people come up, young people, they become very successful, become MPs, become what? But what happens to them? We hear the thing called socialites. What happens to socialites? How do you govern success? Have a mentor and have your mugezi, who is your intelligentsia. Never be there and not have someone who guides you. Have someone you bounce off ideas. And the mentor is not a supervisor. The mentor may not be proficient in your skill. And I want to tell you, the next frontier of businesses are businesses that are going to engage and involve the community. When you are doing your research for product development, many of us do not involve and engage the community. There is so much information of what the people need that for us as intellectuals, we never pick. That's why our products work and fail in the community. Create models of community engagement and engagement. Go down to Katanga and tell the people, we have this kind of talk, we have this, what do you want, what do you think about this and that? Okay?
Yeah.
Don't innovate without the community involved and engaged, because that's the community you eventually go back to develop. Okay? How do you govern success once again? If you attain success, be measured. Be measured. be humble and have gratitude. Many young people drop those that have helped them in the process and do not have a culture of acknowledgement. Gratitude. G.K. Chesterton said that gratitude is happiness plus double wonder. But the same gratitude is the highest form of thought. Let us learn how to give homage. And success is protected if you know where you have come from. Once you think that your product has come, CIT has given you 21 million, is that success? Then you get annoyed with all your partners. You start disappearing. Your telephone calls can never be answered. Okay? You cheat, but people keep you. Dr. Umar, young people are not reliable because we believe in quick fix. I want to take you back to history, that many relatives, grandparents and parents left the village and would transit to the city and behaved like target workers. Okay? I am going that the old man has gone to the city so that he can buy a mattress. The old man has gone to the city so that he can buy a family bicycle. For us, what is our target? For us, ours is multiple targeting. I need a phone, I need a wife, I need a car, I need a house, I need a concubine. You are using the 5-5-5-5 rule, that a young person does not have one position. The positions are highly oscillating. And young people are attracted to wealth as a symbol of success. What about a good name?
It's in the Bible.
How much money is equal to a good name?
It's in the Bible that a good name is better.
Reliability is very key. The thing of work ethic, things of mood swings. But what is also critical, how much do young people ill talk about their colleagues? How much scandal mongering do young people do? Look at people's statuses. They are always abusing someone.
From the president to the lowest.
Okay? Look at the amount of digital occupation. Many young people are digitally employed. Okay? How are we going to build a work ethic? At what time do you open your business? At what time do you close it?
But also you can be in an area like in Barara.
Yes.
All businesses open at 10, so you can't be the only one
Thank you.
opening at 7.
Thank you. So, Mr. Lukaaya,
Yes.
last time we talked about that same issue with Umar here, that you realize that here in Mbarara, people open up at 8. You move on these streets at 6, nothing is open.
Yes.
You go to Kampala at 5, especially the Central Business District. At 5, people are on the microphones selling clothes. So, okay, let me just put it. Do you think the work ethic also is in terms of culture of the different areas?
Culture does affect work ethic, but we want to say why does your business rely on the opening hours of another business? What we want to say is ensure you are safe. What if you open at 6 and you are attacked and you are robbed?
Okay.
It means that businesses may need to pull resources together. We all open our businesses at the same time. Okay? We encourage ourselves that our businesses also, does your business have synergy with your neighbor? Okay? In the creatives, people will come and give you a job at night. You may never have closing. hours, at midnight. Someone just comes and calls and so on. Because someone can place an order where you make for me these cups.
And he pays up front.
And maybe, yes.
I need it in the morning.
I need it in the morning.
And he pays up front.
Okay. Let us also imagine our businesses. How many people would like our services? And let's try and move into them. Maybe, is your business location fixed? Does your business close because the shop has closed? Okay. Many people tend to have some stock even at home, even where, you know. Dr. Mal talked about investing in human resource, you know, incentivizing your people, you know, keeping them in the loop. Why do you want to run a business where nobody knows anything? All your workers don't know, has boss arrived, when will you arrive? If you are not good to your employees, then how are you going to be good to the customers? Let us build some goodness. Be cautious every time you are dealing with your colleagues at work. Keep them in the loop. Work together with them. Ask for help. Let us not say that people, we have no money. Help them. Accountability. The same thing about pricing. Once your business has instability in the pricing, people will get to know you and they will move away. They will move. People will move away. They just say, man, that guy has his business, but it's okay. Leave him. If greed becomes part of your mindset, you will always have different prices for everyone. You will be like apathy. And once you lack honesty, let me tell you, the moment you stop being ashamed, then you become an animal.
Yeah. You lose your conscience.
When you cheat someone, refer to God. When you cheat someone in your business, refer to God.
Even if you don't believe in God.
Refer to a superior being. That what if you go to hospital and they cheat you? Yes. Imagine you have lost someone and you go to a funeral company and they cheat you. But someone tells you that the funeral has cost 80 million shillings. How do you profit off the dead even when you are not harvesting their organs? It is the same thing when you get your business and you start cheating. You are as good as one cheating a corpse. Have disdain for bad manners, because it catches up with you one way or another. Fair play must become a lifestyle and not a choice. I thank you.
Thank you so much. I think he has gone into detail of everything.
When you attend a seminar, a meeting like this, what do you ever take away? What do you ever take away? What uptake potential of what has happened here can you take away? And uptake means, what am I happy with? What am I taking on? What am I implementing? What am I taking as a new choice? What am I improving? So I'm interested in uptake. Okay? What do you take away from here that is important to your business? What additional knowledge have you been able to acquire? What new thing do you see that, ladies and gentlemen, I have renounced? And this is intended to grow you into a mature person. That I pick something and I think it is good, I run with it and I can express it.
Okay. Thank you. So, from what he has said, all of you, we have a group. We are going to do Mr. Lukaaya. So, we would love to get your feedback on what is your biggest takeaway from here. I'll be able to share it with him. And then that is our task for the week. So, for the last questions.
Yes.
Question number 1. A book that has changed your life.
A book that has changed my life is a little book called The Spy Catcher. It was banned in the UK.
The Spy Catcher.
The Spy Catcher.
Okay.
It is a little book that spoke about espionage in the UK.
Okay.
I believe in conspiracy theory. And I never believe what I see.
Okay. Thank you. Second question. A lesson you learned the hard way in just one sentence.
Engaging in politics at national level
is bad or good?
Is the worst thing for me. At the university in the year 2000, when there was a referendum, we were arrested. All my friends are politicians today. Asman Basalirwa, Odonga, Oto,
yes.
young lady called Mary Mutesi, my friend, former president of the Law Society, Francis Gimara, Kaluya Andrew, who is in Iganga.
They were all arrested.
Andrew, yes, Kaluya. The MP in Masindi, called Odur. Yes. So it changed me because my wife said, if you want me to marry you, leave politics. And that's the only way I was able to
marry her
on the 31st of December 2005.
Wow.
I quit.
Amazing. A belief you have abandoned.
Look at the looks.
that every man is dishonest.
Yeah. So people actually put it out there. But some men are actually honest, right?
And that a man cannot mature.
You have abandoned that belief.
Yeah, I've abandoned that because you cannot stop your age, but you can determine your maturity point.
Thank you. The fourth, one thing that you are currently obsessed with learning.
I am currently obsessed with AI because I think now I can contend with anyone in how to productively and ethically use artificial intelligence, because I think it is now copying me.
Okay.
Especially in my ability to write and present work.
Wow. Wonderful.
The machines have really learnt me and I have really reshaped them.
Okay. And our final question for today. If you lost everything today, what is the first thing you would do tomorrow?
I would go to church.
Thank you so much. Maybe, one last question. Messi or Ronaldo?
None.
Ah.
Because I took a decision never to interest myself in football.
We shall get again into that maybe next time, but I want to thank all of you who have been here with us. It's always an honor. Instead of wasting these 2 hours, every Friday we come and meet and talk. I'm so happy to see more people here today. The place we are going to keep it, and it means that we are going to keep the numbers as they are. So please, we hope that we have you next time. We are at Cafe Kandra each and every Friday at 6 to 9 p.m. And we really thank you. It's supposed to be 6 to 8, but sometimes we extend to 9 if the conversation is actually good. I thank you so much. Seeing new faces, amazing faces. Please, one of my biggest takeaways today is that your work ethic is very important. Please focus on it, and then you'll be able to succeed. If you can only do a little bit more, that extra, you can actually outshine 95% of the people living in the world today, especially those of your age. So thank you so much. Until we meet again next time, I remain Victor Mugambe. We thank you so much, Mr. Dennis.
Yes.
And my brother Maleka Emmanuel. Thank you so much, and we wish you all the best. Bye-bye.